Guys, it's that time. It is officially March, and you know what that means. No, I'm not talking about St. Patrick's Day or nothing like that. It is time for March Madness, and naturally with it being March Madness, you already know what I had to do. Time to make a bracket. Now, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys. Have not watched a lot of college basketball this season. I've watched a couple games. I'm a Florida fan. I've checked out some Florida games. I tuned into some of the conference tournament games, but if I was to sit up here and tell you I watched a lot of college basketball and I'm just some expert, I'd be lying to your face. But guys, today, shoot, I'm the all-knowing college basketball guy in the land. All right, I know everything, every single player. Man, I know all these players on all these teams, and I guarantee you this will be a perfect bracket. So let's get started. I want to take this region by region. So we're going to do East, then we're going to do West, then we're going to do South, and then Midwest. Boom, you see how it goes. Now I'm gonna take Duke in this matchup versus Siena. Wouldn't be able to tell you a goddamn thing about Siena, but Duke, by all accounts, especially from what I've heard, is amazing. Obviously, Cam Boozer, one of those ones. I really like Isaiah Evans as well. I know he kind of gets lost behind Cam and Dame Sarr and Caden Boozer, but I'm a big Isaiah Evans guy. I like him when he was coming out of high school, and I like the fact he returned to Duke. He probably would have been their best player if they didn't have Cam Boozer on the team, but he's really nice. I really like him. When it comes to this matchup right here, this is when I see up in the air. Me personally, I want to take one thing I do know about March Madness is that guard play matters, and they have Bruce Thornton. Shout out ATL. They have Bruce Thornton, who graduated from Milton High School, if you didn't know, and I have to take him. I believe if you have a really good point guard, if you have a strong guard who can make shots at a crazy level, they can win you some games. See Walter Clayton Jr. from last year. See Carson Edwards from a couple years ago. There are a bunch of different guards who just went absolutely ballistic in the tournament, and they were able to lead their team to a couple of wins. So for that reason, we're picking Ohio State. Boom. See, I really love this right here. Next, St. John in Northern Iowa. I'm going to take St. John. Rick Pitino. I actually wonder, one thing I really don't hear a lot about. Yeah, I heard Zuby Ejiofor. I probably messed his name up, and I'm so sorry, but I heard he played really well in their conference tournament, so I'm going to take him. I mean, why not, right? Why not let it fly? I'm going to take him, but I really, I haven't really heard about Ian Jackson a whole lot this season. I wonder what he's been like so far this year, but yeah. And then, of course, Kansas versus Cal Baptist. Here's the thing. Dang, hold up. Can I take my pick back? Here's the thing about Kansas. Obviously, this dude right here, Darren Peterson, he has to have a big game. I mean, a big tournament. He has to have a good tournament. If he does not have a good tournament, I promise you, Kansas, I promise you his draft stock is going to drop. I don't think he drops outside the top 3 because just based off of sheer talent alone, teams are going to take a risk on them. I don't want to say a risk, but teams are going to be like, yo, we want Darren Peterson. But I'm not going to cap to you. Everything I've heard from some of the research I've done, it seems by all accounts that this Kansas team really just is not all the way locked in. And I am hoping Darren Peterson has a good couple of games, but I don't want to be boring, right? I don't want to be boring. Listen, Dominic Daniels, he's a dog. He's a dog. And I hate to prey on Darren Peterson's downfall, but give me Cal Baptist. Give me Cal Baptist for upset in the first round. Now, right here you have Louisville and South Florida. Now, here's my thing with Louisville is I really wonder if Mikael Brown is going to show up. Now, South Florida, by all accounts, is a good team. Isaiah Nelson and Joseph, I'm really going to mess up his last name if I try to pronounce it, but Joseph, something. Joseph is a guard on South Florida. He's really good. He's a really good shooter. I think he can be very good for them in this matchup, but I think Mikael Brown, they can weather the storm a little bit, even though he's coming off that back injury, and I think they get the W. Next, Michigan State and Dakota State. I see some people talking about this being an upset, and I can understand why. In the past couple of years, really, I think it's been 20-something years since Tom Izzo has won a championship. So I can understand where people are coming from in saying that Michigan State is going to get upset. But I really like Jeremy Fears. I was a big fan of Jeremiah Fears. And, I get North Dakota State. You know what I'm saying? I get the hype behind them. But give me Michigan. Give me Michigan beating Michigan State, beating North Dakota State. Now, this is the one right here where I am hearing a lot of things. Riley Kugel, former Illinois guy. Now, here's my thing. I have some bias. I'm a big Donovan Dent fan. I'm a big Donovan Dent fan, and you guys know what I say, bro. Strong guard play can win you some games in this tournament. And my thing is, bro, it's hard for me to sit up here and not pick UCLA when you got Donovan Dent. You got a big one against Illinois. You beat Michigan State, and you beat Purdue. And just based off the way they've been playing recently, they had a pretty good run in the Big Ten tournament. So, guys, I'm going to take UCLA. Now, this does, feel like an upset just waiting to happen. I'm not going to cap to you, but give me UCLA. And, of course, what's it looking like? I picked all the top seeds. I picked one lower tier seed. Give me UConn over Furman. I think UConn beat the absolute brakes off of St. John's earlier in the year. So, yeah, give me them. And then, next matchup, we have Duke and Ohio State. Love Bruce Thornton. I think he can win the game, just not versus Duke, who has a Cam Boozer, a Caden Boozer, and Isaiah Evans. This roster just stacked. From top to bottom, this roster is stacked. Yeah, Duke. Yeah, give me Duke. Now, St. John's versus Cal Baptist. Cal Baptist gets a big upset. I think Rick Pitino is not here today. I think St. John's takes down California Baptist, and we see this matchup right here. And what would this be? The Sweet 16? Yes, the Sweet 16. Now next you got Louisville and Michigan State. Now here's the thing, man. Like I said before, Tom Izzo ain't won the championship. Michigan State has typically struggled in the tournament. And let me see some Michigan State stats. How have they been from the free throw line? That's what I really want to know. So, of course, they're going to lock you down on defense. They don't really score the ball too crazy. I really want to be able to see if Michigan State makes free throws. Hold on. Hey, okay, I found something. So when I'm looking at this, seems like they can make free throws. They're not the best three-point shooting team. Their shooting percentages are kind of low. See, this is what knocks me off about Michigan State is the fact they are so good, but looking at some of these stats, these just don't really look like promising stats in March. You don't really make free throws. That's something that's really going to be key for you guys, but they do have a strong guard and Jeremiah Fears. But guess what? Louisville has a strong guard in Mikael Brown Jr. who will go absolutely the freak off in this game. And I'm going to take Louisville. Give me Louisville beating Michigan State. And then I think, listen, I'm a big fan of Donovan Dent and all those guys. But I think Solo Ball, I think Alex Camban, I believe that's his name. I think they can take down UCLA. So give me UCLA next. Give me UConn moving on to face Louisville. And then you got Louisville and UConn. You got Duke and St. John's. It's really hard to pick against Duke because they have the best player in the country and they are arguably the best team in the country. So give me them over St. John's. Give me them over St. John's. And I think Louisville's run ends here in the Sweet 16. This ain't the Elite Eight. Yeah, in the Sweet 16. I think they're 64-32. Yeah, I think their run ends here. So give me UConn. Give me UConn versus Duke. And give me Duke winning. I really don't want to pick Duke to make to the Final Four, but I think they make to the Final Four, and I think they end up coming out of a very tough East region where they will be tested. Don't get me wrong, they will be tested. I think I honestly could see them losing to Ohio State. I don't think Bruce Thornton's carry bag is that crazy, but I could see it. Could definitely see them losing to St. John's. Do I see it though? No. Now when it comes to over here, I think Arizona beats Long Island Ice-T. Now I haven't really heard too much about either of these teams, but I'm looking at the stats. You average 17. You average 13. Give me Utah State. Give me Utah. I picked 8 over here, so I'm going to pick 9 over here. I've heard a lot of people are really like Wisconsin. I think didn't Wisconsin start the season off undefeated or something like that? Am I tweaking? I don't know. But either way, Wisconsin is very nice. They're a very good team. A lot of people really like them, but people like High Point as well. But I have to take Wisconsin. I've just heard too much good stuff about them. When you hear so much good stuff about them, you have to take them. Arkansas versus Hawaii. The obvious guy that a lot of people are talking about is Darius Acuff. He has been the best guard in the entire country. Put him up against anybody. He's been better. He's been the best. I think it's so much talent in the Arkansas team. Coach Cal seems like he's going to do it again. Give me Arkansas beating beating Hawaii to face Wisconsin. Then you got down here. So here's the thing about BYU. Here's my thing. Wait, I can't preview this, bro? Oh, because Texas and North Carolina State haven't played yet. The issue I have with BYU is the fact, I think you got Rob, You got dang, it's one more guy that they have on that team, but they have some guys on their team who like are capable of leading them to where they want to go, right? The issue is I don't think it's going to happen. But with that being said, I know some people are going to pick like Texas or North Carolina State. I really want to pick BYU because I just think AJ Diabasa is just going to go out and drop like 40. But I believe that Texas and North Carolina State can like hold up against them. Oh, this is difficult. This is a difficult one, man. All right, let's skip it. Let's skip it. We're going Gonzaga. Listen, Kennesaw State, man. Y'all had a good run. You know, I have to actually give it up for Kennesaw State. You win the conference in football and basketball. Very impressive. Shout out Kennesaw State. Shout out Barron Hobson. Shout out Perry Smith. Shout out my guys over there at Kennesaw State. I don't think y'all are being Gonzaga, though. So sorry. So sorry. Next, you got Miami versus Missouri. This is another matchup I've heard a lot about. A lot of people really like Missouri, but I've heard Miami is a very physical team. Malik Reneau can definitely give some teams some problems. He's averaging, I rounded up 19 points, about 19-7 on the season, which is actually very freaking impressive, especially for college. But I hear a lot about, and then Missouri beat Florida this year. I think Missouri did beat Florida this year. Miami, they lost to Florida, they lost to BYU, lost to Clemson, beat North Carolina State just barely. One of these games, or maybe both of them, Mikal didn't play. But anyways, Missouri, they did have that win over Florida. They beat Kentucky, lost it. Damn, they got absolutely waxed by Illinois. Got waxed by Alabama, beat Vanderbilt. I don't get it. I think they can beat Miami, though, for surely. Give me Missouri beating Miami. And then give me Purdue. This game right here is going to be the game where Braden Smith breaks like the all-time record. Absolutely insane point guard. I really like his game, bro. He was over there busting Michigan ass when they played. Bro, them dudes on Michigan cannot hold him. And there was actually a point in the game where he looked up there and he said, "Yo, this dude can't guard me." I forgot who was guarding him specifically. It might have been Elliot Cadeau, but he literally said, "Bro, he can't guard me." And I'm not gonna cap to you. I was watching and he couldn't guard him. Like dead serious. Like, bro cannot guard him. He's gonna break this, and I think Queen University is actually like combining with another school this year. So, but they were able to make it. So congratulations. Now back to this one right here. I really wish I could preview this just to see some of the things, but I guess you kind of can't preview it because the Texas North Carolina State game has not happened yet. Now the thing about BYU is like BYU is a very vulnerable team because Richie Saunders is like not playing right now. But they have this guy named AJ Diabasa. And I believe in AJ Diabasa. Going to be honest with you, I believe in AJ Diabasa, and I think he can really lead this team to at least one victory. I think he can lead them to one victory, and I think, and this might be some bias because I'm hoping my Washington Wizards get that first overall pick, baby. Please give it to me. Give it to me. But I think BYU ends up getting this game. I don't think they make it past Gonzaga, however. And I think, Purdue versus Missouri. Yeah, give me Purdue. Then Missouri has gotten waxed like multiple times throughout the season. Yeah, you can beat by Illinois by that much. Kind of embarrassing. I really hate how kind of boring like these bracket seems, but give me Arizona beating Utah State. Everybody likes Wisconsin. Honestly, this Arkansas team, I like Darius Acuff. I like Malik Thomas. Outside of those two guys, this team really isn't all that strong to me. And I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat a Wisconsin team who has, they've been playing great basketball from the looks like since the year has turned. Beating Michigan, beating Illinois, beating Michigan State, Purdue, Illinois again, barely using the Michigan. Yeah, I'm not going to cap. Give me Wisconsin, but give me Arizona, man. I think y'all give me Arizona over Wisconsin just based off what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. I think Arizona would be the pick over Wisconsin for me. Might not be for you. Could be a Frank Kaminsky and Sam Dekker situation from about over a decade ago at this point. Damn, I'm old. What the world, bro? Yeah, give me Arizona over Wisconsin. Even though I could see Wisconsin making this Final Four run. Yeah, man. Give me them. And then when this Gonzaga and Purdue game, this is really lame, bro. I don't want 2-1-2 matchups. I don't want that. But I think Purdue is going to beat Arizona. But we did get like a bunch of like 1 seeds in the Final Four last year though. So, hey man, give me Arizona over Purdue. So yeah, this is the Final Four over here. Now we go over to South. Guys, I already know I'm going to take Florida. Look, Prairie View, man. Shout out to HBCUs. Real talk. But you're not going to beat the Florida Gators. Clemson versus Iowa. I haven't really heard much about either one of these teams. If I'm going off of vibes, I've heard of Bennett Skirts. But I know Clemson made a run last year in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. How does Iowa look this season? I'm seeing a bunch of losses, close losses, though, to some impressive teams. Well, except for whenever they play Purdue on February 14th. Not a good Valentine's Day for those guys. Am I right? My fault. And Clemson, it looks like Clemson be getting their ass waxed, too. Bro, I've heard of Bennett Skirts, so give me Bennett. But yeah, just go ahead and give me Florida in that one. Vanderbilt at McNeese State. McNeese no longer has Will Wade. However, they are still a pretty good team. But I really like Vanderbilt. I'm a huge fan of Duke Miles. Tyler Tanner's really good. He has like top 20 draft hype. But Tyler Nickel on this Vanderbilt team, I'm a big fan. He has a fan to me. I watched both of these guys when they played in the championship versus Arkansas, SEC championship versus Arkansas, which they did lose, but I really loved what I saw from Duke Miles and Tyler Nickel. I can see the appeal with Tyler Tanner, even though he didn't really have his best game. But Duke Miles and Tyler Nickel, those are two guys who like, and I'm making a video, spoiler alert, I'm making a video on like some of the draft prospects, and these are two guys I think you should definitely look at, especially Tyler Nickel. Tyler Nickel, it's looking like he's going to be one of my guys. So give me Vanderbilt on that one. Nebraska versus Troy. I could see this being an upset. I'm not going to hold you. I can see this being an upset. You know why? I don't know. Just based off pure vibes, I can see this being an upset. Wait, maybe this is the team. You know, I be getting Nebraska and Wisconsin mixed up all the time. Maybe this is the team who started off undefeated. They beat the brakes off of Wisconsin, and Wisconsin was a 5 seed, and they going to lose a close game to Arizona. So what does that mean? That means that Nebraska has to beat Troy, right? At that point. Now, I think North Carolina, this is going to be like the upset pick, and I'm going to take the quote-unquote upset as well because you don't have Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson is injured. He had the hand thing, so I don't think Henry Vassar and all these guys are going to be enough to take down VCU. And I'm going to be real with you, bro. They need to lose. What's their coach name, bro? Their coach, Hubie Brown. I think now that might not be his name, but he needs to go. I really don't like what he's done to the North Carolina basketball program. Even though like he has been able to recruit some guys, Caleb Wilson, they got like another top recruit in this upcoming draft class as well. However, give me VCU with the upset and give me Hubie Brown getting out the door, get him out of here. Get him out of here. I think North Carolina fans would be really happy if that happens as well. Now, Illinois and Penn. Penn, I know they just had a crazy win in their conference championship, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had a crazy win in their conference championship. I know, Fran McCaffrey, he's somebody's brother, I don't know, but I heard TJ Powers a dog, Ethan Roberts is a dog, but Keaton Wagler, top 5 guy, Andrei Stojakovic, he's one of those guys that a lot of people are looking at as well. Give me Illinois. Strong guard play. They also have, I'm forgetting bro's name, dude. They don't even show the roster, bro. Wait, man, hold on. I gotta find him. Here he is. Kylan Boswell. I remember him because me and him, we graduated high school at the same time. I remember him when he was coming out of high school, and a lot of people don't know he was at Arizona. Then he transferred over to Illinois. When he was at Arizona Campus Prep, there's a documentary, I guess you could say, like out on YouTube that I used to watch like back in high school. He's another guy who like, what is he doing this season? I really haven't even seen. I don't want to see his season highs. I want to see his averages, maybe. You're not going to show me his average? Okay. So I'm going to look at this season, 13 points, 31% from the 3. Okay. 46% from the field. Okay. 80% from the free throw line. Okay, he's decent. You know what I'm saying? Look like he's decent. Hey, give me Colin Boswell and them boys to beat Penn. I'm not going to lie, though. This also feels like an upset. I feel like Penn was with the momentum that they have coming off of that tourney win. I'm not going to lie, bro. I feel like Penn is going to win. If I'm going off of vibes, I feel like Penn is going to upset Illinois, but I don't got the balls to take them. I just don't. I'm so sorry. Texas A&M and St. Mary's. Have not watched either one of these teams. Wouldn't be able to tell you honestly about either one of these teams. So just give me St. Mary's. Houston, Idaho. I'ma say my comments. But I'm going to make a pick that's really going to hurt later on. But anyways, So now you got Florida over Iowa, Vanderbilt versus Nebraska. Now I know I made all of that hype, but I think Nebraska, not really like Nebraska. I've fallen in love with Vanderbilt a little bit. I'm not gonna cap to you, but they couldn't even beat Arkansas, even though it was a close game. So I have to take my blinders off. And I have to take Nebraska, man. I have to take Nebraska. Then you got VCU versus Illinois. I really want to pick an upset, bro. God dang, this just seems so lame. Maybe Purdue loses to Missouri. Maybe. But I don't want Gonzaga to go and face Arizona. I guess Arizona would win anyway, though, right? Honestly, just because, give me VCU over Illinois and give me Houston over St. Mary's. I just think, bro, VCU, they're going to beat North Carolina. They're going to be riding a lot of momentum. Illinois might come in. They might get caught slipping. Give me VCU, but Houston gonna smack that ass. Houston will smack that ass. And Florida gonna smack Nebraska's ass. And then you have Florida versus Houston. Now, guys, I am a Florida guy, big Florida fan. Florida has been playing about as good, maybe has been the best team in the country since the year has turned. With that being said, Houston has the defense, and I think the difference between Houston this year and previous years is the fact that they have a guy like Kingston Flemings who can give them a legitimate offensive push to match up against whatever type of guards that they are going to face in the tournament. So give me Houston. Houston also, I'm a big fan of them. So give me Houston. Next, in the Midwest, give me, honestly, Michigan over whoever wins versus UMBC and Howard. I don't care. I actually think that game is on right now as I'm filming this. Man, give me Michigan. Georgia versus St. Louis. Give me Georgia. I heard a lot of people really like Georgia this year. Cool. Texas Tech versus Akron. Now, I ain't gonna cap. JT Toppin is out this game, and he was going toe-to-toe with with Cam Boozer for National Player of the Year. I think that's a big loss, and Texas Tech has been struggling recently. I've been paying attention a little bit. Give me Akron in the upset. Alabama versus Hofstra. Now that Alabama has lost Aiden Holloway to him having possession and him being kicked off of the campus and all this stuff, seems like with all that stuff being a distraction, give me Hofstra to beat Alabama. Tennessee versus SMU or Miami, Ohio. Gonna be honest with you, I don't really like this Tennessee team too much. Nate Ament, I'm not the biggest fan of. He just has been too inconsistent for me. Honestly, I just don't get good vibes from him. Give me them to win the first round versus whether it be Miami, Ohio, or SMU. Maybe Miami, Ohio can upset them boys. Who knows? Give me them. Give me Virginia over Wright State. Honestly, Kentucky hasn't been good this year. Give me Santa Clara. This is my upset region. Actually. Give me Santa Clara upsetting Kentucky, and give me Iowa State beating Tennessee State. Nolan Smith in Tennessee. I know you guys, y'all been dogging all year. Y'all been playing some good ball all year. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. But y'all not gonna beat Iowa State. Y'all not gonna do it. Then, of course, honestly, give me Michigan. Give me Akron. I'm going off of pure vibes at this point. Give me Akron because I think Akron can shoot the nets off the hoop. That's what I'm hearing about them. Give me them. Give me Virginia over Tennessee, and give me Iowa State. Give me Iowa State to make the Elite Eight. And does Akron upset Michigan? Michigan has been looking kind of shaky recently, and listen, bro. Give me Akron upset Michigan. Give me Akron upset Michigan. Now, a couple of you are probably watching this and this dude has no idea what the fuck he's doing. And you're partially right. I'm not going to lie to you. Give me Akron upset Michigan, though. Don't care what you think. Don't really care. Give me Akron upset Michigan, and then Iowa State is going to beat them in the Elite Eight. Now in the Elite Eight, the Final Four, you got Iowa State. Arizona versus Iowa State. Duke versus Houston. Now, here's one thing. I'm going to take Arizona over Iowa State. Iowa State, they're a very well-loved team, but Arizona's the best team in the nation behind Duke. But one thing I know about Duke, I don't trust Duke to make a Final Four, make a championship. They just have not shown me that ever since John Shire has took over. They had Cooper Flagg and Colin Knuppel on the team last year and still were not able to make it to the championship because they lost them out for the Gators. But honestly, give me Houston to beat them. Then you have Arizona versus Houston. And give me Houston, man. I think Kelvin Sampson finally gets someone. Yeah, give me enter the win. Yeah, 30 bands. Yeah, 5. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna enter both of these sweepstakes. I want that bread. You feel me? And for the point score, bro, let's do like 132. Let's do 132. Houston winning it all. Let me read over this. Let me read over this one more time. Like, how many? I feel like I should have some more upsets, but it really wasn't. Like, I have Cal Baptist beating Kansas, Louisville over South Florida in this first round. But one of these teams is bound to get upset, though. I got this little upset, quote unquote, right here, bro. I need another upset. Who is going to get upset? Does Wisconsin get upset by High Point? I've heard some good things about High Point. Or does I don't want to go against AJ Diabonsa and them, though. Honestly, bro, give me another. Cause how many upsets I got in this region? I only got one upset in this region. Dang, hold on. Okay, what if Michigan State gets upset? Right? Let's say Michigan State gets upset. First round exit. Tom Izzo. It's time to Gizzo out the door. Yeah, give me that one. Give me that one. Okay, so that way, cause I have what, one upset, two upsets in here. Well, that's really not. That's an 8-9 matchup, so not really an upset. But give me. And then I have what, two upsets in here now. Yeah, cool. Still doesn't mess up my bracket. This one I have one upset, quote unquote, right here. Give me another upset though, bro. I need another upset in here. I need another one. Well, this is my upset region right here though. Like, I have how many? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got some guys going down in this one, but somebody's bound to go down over here, right? Like Illinois. I already had them losing to VCU. Do they lose to Penn? Probably not, actually. I ain't gonna overthink it too much. I'm gonna submit my bracket, guys. Yes. Will I make another bracket? Probably. But this is my official bracket. Houston is going to cut the net down. Yeah, man, and that's really all I got, bro. I got Houston winning it all. I do think Kelvin Sampson finally does it and gets his first ring, because we got a really big team and we need some really big rings. You feel what I'm saying? Houston and Vegas, do your homework. But that's really all I got. Houston's gonna win it. That is my bracket video. Hopefully, y'all don't have to agree with it. I actually hope y'all don't agree with it. Let's get some parity. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. And like the video as well. Hype the video too. Shit, do whatever you see fit. But that's all I got. Until next time, peace.